Everyone, so I have been telling people since Bitcoin was below $17,000 per coin to buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin. And humans have just this incredible ability to avoid learning new things if they just don't have an innate internal desire to do that. And so below $17,000, people were like, yeah, I mean, FTX blew up. Maybe Bitcoin will go away. Maybe I don't need to learn it. And then the price goes from the teens into the 20s. And people are like, don't really understand it. And it goes into the 30s, and they're like, it's going up, but who knows? Then it goes into the 40s, and the Bitcoin ETFs get approved, and people are like, I don't know, it seems kind of complicated. And then it goes into the 50s, and people are like, who knows? And then it goes into the 60s, and people are like, yeah, but I don't really understand it. And then it goes into the 70s, and people are like, you know, no. And then it goes into the 80s and people are like, yeah, but. And then it goes into the 90s and people are like, well, I just don't feel like I really understand it. Okay. Now, as all of my kids know, not understanding something is absolutely positively not an excuse ever. So I tell my kids constantly, anytime they say they don't know how to do something or they don't understand something or anything like that, I'm like, okay, stop right there. What are the three places that you can go to learn absolutely anything you could possibly want to know in the entire world? And they have to, every one of my kids, every time I ask, has to rattle off these three things: Google, YouTube, and Chat GPT. Those three things: Google, YouTube, Chat GPT. Absolutely anything you could possibly want to know in the world, you can learn an unlimited amount about right at your level on Google, YouTube, and Chat GPT. So when Bitcoin was below $17,000, the people who were wanting to ignore it, not learn about it, and not embrace it, did any of them bother to Google the word Bitcoin or to go on YouTube and type the word Bitcoin or go into Chat GPT and type, what is Bitcoin? And the answer is no. Almost none of them did that because they didn't want to mentally engage. They didn't want to have to stretch their brains and learn something new, understand the future monetary system of the world. They just didn't want to do that. And that continues to be the case. It is so hard to get humans to embrace any new technology. It just takes a long time, no matter what. Now, what is the benefit to that? Well, the benefit is that those who are willing to embrace new technologies can end up way ahead as compared to those who are not. So if you are an open-minded person who is willing to go on Google and type Bitcoin or YouTube and type Bitcoin or Chat GPT and ask it, what is Bitcoin? Or ask it whatever other question you have about Bitcoin, you can end up ahead of 99% of the world who, when they learn about something, they never bother to Google it. They never bother to type that into YouTube, and they never bother to type it into Chat GPT. Just anything in the world you can learn in those three things. So here we are with Bitcoin at 96-ish, $97,000 per coin. And the vast majority of the world, if I approached 100 people or even 1,000 people right now, and I said, what do you think of Bitcoin? They would have an answer, a thought, or a concern that could be easily answered in no time at all by Google, YouTube, or ChatGPT. They will say something like, I don't really understand it. Or I don't understand why there's only going to be 21 million. Or I just don't understand Bitcoin mining, and I feel like I ought to understand that to understand Bitcoin. Whatever it is, there will be some super easily answerable question that they have. And if I left it there, if I just said, well, what do you think about Bitcoin? And they're like, I don't know. I don't really understand it. And then I walked away and I said, hey, have a great day. I'm here if you need anything, whatever. The vast majority of people I talk to will not take any action. They will not Google it. They will not plug the word Bitcoin into YouTube, and they will not ask ChatGPT questions about Bitcoin. That is super unfortunate because everybody who took the time to learn about Bitcoin back when I was advocating for people buy Bitcoin under $17,000 per coin, and just back in 2022 and early 2023, Bitcoin spent more than 4 months below $17,000. 4 solid months. I mean, 4 months, that's a long time. 4 solid months when you could buy an unlimited amount of Bitcoin below $17,000 per coin, and you'd be up more than 500% return, 5 times your money. So everybody that took it seriously, so everybody that took Bitcoin seriously back then made more than 500% return. Even the people that wanted to wait and make sure that they weren't going to, buy the bottom and it was going to keep going down and, what they thought was the bottom and it kept going down. If you bought Bitcoin in the low 20,000s, well, you're up 400%. If you bought Bitcoin in the low 30,000s, you're up 300%. If you bought Bitcoin in the low 40,000s, you're up, 200%, on and on and on. If you bought Bitcoin literally a month ago, you're up 50%. And all it takes is a little bit of knowledge of what is Bitcoin, how does it work, and all of that. And all of that is available to anyone in the entire world who's willing to pull out their phone or their laptop or their iPad or whatever it is and type in the word Bitcoin to Google or YouTube or ChatGPT. And I'll do you one better. If you have a question about Bitcoin, you can just ask me. If you don't even want to wade through the resources available on Google, YouTube, and ChatGPT, text me at 601-207-0813. That number again, 601-207-0813. You can text me any question about Bitcoin, and I will personally answer it for you. And I will probably answer it by sending you a link to a Facebook Live video that I did about that exact topic. But you don't even have to wade through the hundreds of videos I've done on Facebook. You can just ask me questions via text messages or Facebook Messenger. So just make sure you're interacting with the real, actual me, which is the one recording this video, and not a fake profile. Now and then fake scam profiles pop up that have my name and then weird pictures and stuff. But anyway, make sure you're interacting with the real me, which is this account. But if you message me at this account with any question about Bitcoin, I will answer it for you. I will send you links. I will send you resources. I will do the work since I've already spent vast amounts of time on Google, YouTube, and ChatGPT. I already know where all of those resources are, and I'm happy to send them your way. So anyway, ask me any question you could possibly have about Bitcoin, and I will be your personal concierge to connect you to exactly the right information that answers your exact question and helps you exactly perfectly on your Bitcoin journey. So let me know if you have any questions. I am here to help and here to serve, and have a great day, everyone. Thanks.